So I'm going to do an unboxing today of a new toy that I got. This is my reloading room. So I got my reloaders for competition. I'm a competitor. So anyway, wanted to get into it. This is the TS 380 made by Barnett. It's a really, really cool crossbow. Just picked it up. And out here in Oregon, you are allowed to do almost anything, even hunt with these things. But got some archery bows over here. We're going to get into that later. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to give you a quick unboxing. Kind of a cool deal. It's really compact. Shoots bows, shoots arrows that are 20 inches, 380 feet per second. So I'm going to change locations and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So this is the TS380. Fires 20-inch bolts at about 380 feet per second, made by Barnett. Very, very cool so far. And it's surprising because I bought this from Amazon for $500, and it looks like it comes with a crank on it, you know, to instead of using a manual string puller, you just put this over the top and then you crank that riser back and then it locks into this place. This also has a 4x32 halo scope, which is kind of cool. It has these specialized triggers that Barnett makes. It's a 3-pound trigger and also a safety in here. It will not let you dry fire the bow unless there's an arrow involved in there. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's see if we could take this out of the package there without totally screwing us up there. Since I'm doing this one-handed, I don't have my setup yet, but I will. And then, oops, this one comes out of here. Wow, look how compact this thing is. It's just pretty crazy. So that's the top. You can see it's got a grip that keeps your fingers way out of the way. It's got string dampeners right here to kill the any vibration that you get. And all right, so that's that part. Wow, look at that. It's got like about an AR-15 backstock that's adjustable with that red handle. I think it's like 4 or 5, about 3 inches of stock plate in there. These are your limbs. Comes at 16 inches wide, and it goes down to, I believe, 12 inches when you get it fully charged and cocked. These are the 2 bolts it comes with. They're just headhunter bolts, 20 inch, I believe. Then it comes with an accessory compartment. Let's see what the heck's in here. I really don't know. Oh, there's your quiver. So you can mount the quiver on the side there. It's got instructions. Let's see what the heck is over on the other side. I'll set this down because I don't want to screw this up. See what this is. Oh, instructions. And oh, there's your crank level, or your crank lever on that for your boat. That fits into there. Actually, that's what you see threaded on there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this together, get it put together, and then I'll come right back. So here's basically what the whole thing comes with. So you got your rims, your actual crossbow, bolts, quiver, and an accessories pack. And like I said, we're gonna go ahead and put this together, but I just wanted you to see everything together. And actually, before I forget, it actually comes with there's your crank for your stringer crank. This is actually a manual stringer, which means you just put this on and you can, you put your foot on the stirrup and you could pull the bolt. You pull the string back before you put the bolt in, but that's a extra stringer. This is interesting. So I got this for $500 on Amazon. I didn't think it came with an actual stringer as well, but it does. So instructions, an extra set of 2 tips. These 2 are just feel points. More instruction manuals, lubrication, so your crank and your manual stringer. All right. Also included is the Allen heads and the bolt that goes through to attach your riser to your crossbow. So it attaches this to this via the bolt that's on the front. Just running you through the steps here. So here I'm just installing the riser right here. I guess the top string goes over the top and the cam strings go underneath through that slot right there. So let me just tighten that up. Okay, so the top is mounted now. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and put the quiver on right there. I think this just attaches to this Picatinny rail right here on the side. I mean, you could attach it underneath or the other side, but since I'm going to be shooting right-handed, I want my bow quiver on my left side, and that'll give me all the room on my right side. Cool. Quiver's installed. The only thing that's kind of interesting about this is you see this clearance right here for the, I guess for the hex screw right here on the dampener. It's right on the side of the dampener, so it was really difficult to get in there. But they were saying that put the quiver on before you put the risers on, but as you can see here, the riser has nothing to do with this dampener. The dampener's what's actually in the way, and those don't, I don't think those come off. Might be able to unscrew that and then put it back on later, but anyway, it works. So there we go. There she is, all finished up. And then my next video, I'm going to take it outside and I will shoot it. Once again, 380 feet per second, firing Barnett 20-inch bolts from the TS 380 crossbow with a 4x32 scope. See you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, one last thing before we go out shooting. Here's the crank lever installed. What's cool about this is you can take it off and you could actually see these two holes right here. You can put it right here and it could stay there stationary. I think I'm just going to leave it on because I'm going to use it after every shot since the manual stringer is kind of a pain in the butt. But just wanted to show you that. There it is right there. There's your safety on that as well. And once that gets that string pulled all the way back into the trigger mechanism back here, well, the trigger lock mechanism, this is your trigger down here, it will not release it until a bolt is put in place. So kind of cool. All right, see you guys in a bit. Okay, so we're continuing with the TS380 made by Barnett. Cool crossbow. We're going to sight it in and put some shots downrange, but I wanted to show you guys how I do it real quick. This is a laser cartridge that I use. You guys can see that. It's a laser cartridge 223, and I put it in my 223 long range AR, and it helps me get on paper. I sight in from 50 to 200. And this helps me get on paper real quick, and I don't have to waste time. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate the laser. You can see it. And I'm going to slide it under here, under where the bolt would be. So right about there. You guys can see that. And then I'm going to sight in my scope. Now I have a target about 20 feet away, but I'm going to sight this in at 40, but I just want to show you guys the process. So there's the process, and it's all lined up already. And now we're going to go give it a shot and outside and see what happens. But that's basically the process. Is you put this on here, and this will get you close to where your bolt is, and then you dial in your scope until point of aim is on point of impact. So in other words, you're going to take the crosshairs on this scope and you're going to put them on that red little dot coming from this laser pointer in 223. Okay. And one last thing before we get out there about the stringer that it comes with. It's an automatic stringer made for the TS380 Barnett. And basically, if you look, see this little switch right here? It's an on-off position. Whenever you want to use the stringer, you put it in the off position. You pull out the slack, you hook up these two hooks on the bowstring, and then you hook the back of this into this notch. And this is the correct configuration of how to do this. And once you do that, what happens is then you put it in the on position, right here, the on position, and then you can start cranking. And once you start cranking, see how it's pulling the string back? It just completely pulls the string all the way back. You have to make sure that this is around the ridge. Otherwise, when this gets back here, if you put it directly to it, the stringer is going to impede all this stuff in here. So basically, when you pull it all the way back, what happens is it locks in and it puts the safety automatically on. It will not fire unless there's a bolt in here. And then you release the tension on this. Once it's back here, you release the tension, put it in the off position, bring it on out, and then you can crank it on the on position, and it folds back right here really nicely. So let's go shoot this thing and see what it feels like and how it sights in. Okay, so we are out here in the back range, and you can see my block is set up just below my steel targets for pistol and PCC rifle. Anyways, let's go ahead and shoot this. And it's already strung up. There's a bolt in, the safety's on. So let's go ahead and shoot it. I'm going to aim a little bit high, so you should see us hit that top circle, which is at 12 o'clock. Let's see how we do. Safety off. And aiming for that top again. Ooh, right over the top of that. Just a little bit. Let's try that one more time. Okay, here's shot number 2. See if we do a little better. We went a little bit high on the last one. Safety off. Keeping hands away from the string. There we go. Just to the right of it. Let's try one more time. Okay, here we go with shot number 3 out of the TS380. Barnett. Oh, by the way, they made a new one. It's called the, I believe it's the PS 380. It looks to me like it's the same exact thing, except this one comes in camouflage, and this is about a year old. But they just released one, I want to say about 11 months ago. So I don't know if it was an upgrade or what, or if it comes a different color, but it's the same thing. They both shoot 380 feet per second, and they're both about the same. They both come with the crank, and they're both about the same price. So it depends on what you want to get. All right, let's try this last shot out here. Oh, that one went up and over the target. Ooh, we must have cranked it too much. Let's try that again. Here's what happened with these cheap ass, I mean, they're carbon fiber bolts, and sometimes they hit rocks and you miss a little bit. So look at this, you know, I don't get these. I mean, they're lighter, they're carbon fiber, but you know, back in the days when I was around and rainbows were black and white, we used to make these things out of aluminum. I still shoot a bow with aluminum, but a lot of people like to use carbon fiber now. That's the only problem, is an aluminum arrow would bend and you'd be able to straighten it, but not these. So, who cares? We just shoot it again. No big deal. That's why we buy more equipment, right? Pretty funny. Okay, so let's try this again. This time we sighted in a little bit better. It should be a little bit better, so I'm gonna see what we can do. All right, here we go. There we go. Just a little bit off, but that's due to my own going up and down a little bit. I'm gonna bring the target to you, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna run over the rod and take the shaky camera to you. Let's do this. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these block targets. They're great. So I was aiming pretty much right here, and we hit a little bit high. It's just a matter of adjustment. But that's the Barnett TS 380. Again, there's a newer one called, I believe it's the PS 380, and same exact thing. There's a different colors in there. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope this got you educated on this bow, or crossbow. All right, see you guys. Okay, one more shot for the road. Oh, there it is. Gotta show you guys that last shot. Almost the same shot. I came down a little bit. I was up here before, so I'm just gonna keep cranking it. Anyway, bye guys. See ya.